Welcome to the WorkSmart Dynamics webinar on raising a requisition via the Bunzl catalog. This webinar will cover off how to raise a standard order using the integrated Bunzl catalog within the WorkSmart Dynamics system. Once you log into the WorkSmart Dynamics system, we simply use the left-hand navigation pane to go to Procurement and Sourcing and Purchase Requisitions prepared by me. Once we're in the Purchase Requisitions table, we simply use the new option in the top left-hand side to create a new purchase requisition. First, in the name field, we simply add a name for our order. This is an internal reference that we can use to later find our order. Once we've entered the name, we click OK. We have now created our base purchase requisition. To access the catalog, we first must enter the business justification, our reason field. For our orders, we always set this to standard. Once we set the reason to standard, we must click Save up the top. What this does is it allows us access to the external catalog buttons. So once I click Save, we can see now that I now have access on my purchase requisition lines to the external catalog. To access the catalog, I simply click the External Catalogs button. This will bring up a window on our right-hand side. From here, I can set the requester for the order. If I need to raise this Bunzl order on behalf of another person, I can select it from the requester line here. But for now, I'll just leave it as my name. And then we pick the catalog we wish to access. You'll see two catalogs here. You have your Bunzl facility catalog and the Bunzl catalog for items that are purchased for a residential recharge. For today's webinar, we're just covering off how to do a Bunzl facility order. It is important to note that we can only raise orders from one catalog at a time. So there can be no mixing of a residential recharge order and a standard facility order. So to open up the catalog, I select the Open in Browser option. This will give me a message telling me that I'm about to be redirected to an external website, and we select OK. Now, we are taken through to the Bunzl ordering website. Now, this will appear slightly different to what it has in previous versions as Bunzl have upgraded their website, but it functions basically the same. One of the key things to note is your ship to address. This sets your account for the order. If you order for multiple facilities and have multiple Bunzl accounts, you can change it using the drop-down here. The other change is the My Lists option will show your favorites. So this is the replacement of the favorites option that was in the previous version of the BAS website. But as per the previous website, we just simply construct an order by purchasing some products. Once we find the products that we require, we simply add them to the cart. When we are ready to check out, we go up the top and we view our cart. From here, we can use the Transfer CXML cart to bring our order back into the WorkSmart Dynamics system. One important thing to note here is this shipping address is based off the order account, but Bunzl will ship based on the order address that is provided on the purchase requisition. And I'll show you how to update that as we get to there. So I'm going to click the Transfer CXML cart, and this will bring my order back into the WorkSmart Dynamics system. First thing I'll do, it'll bring out my order back into a staging form, which will allow me to edit some details for the order if required. The procurement category will be set as a default, but you can update this if required. If the category comes across with no value populated here, you must set a category here. You can see the GST coding and the unit price is already populated for us. Once we're happy with the items in our cart, we add to the requisition. We click the Add to Requisition button. You can see now that the items from our order have been populated as lines on our requisition with all the details populated. As per a standard requisition, we still have the ability to update cost codings and addresses in the line details section. So we can see here, I can go down, select my line, go to financial dimensions in the line details, and I can update my cost center or coding if required. We can also update the delivery address, which will once again be defaulted off the cost center. Bunzl will deliver the order based on the delivery address that is provided in this line detail section. Any further information you need to give in regards to delivery can be put in the attention information field, and this will flow across to Bunzl as well. Once this is done, we can simply submit our order as we would any other requisition. If we realize that we need to add additional items to our order, we simply access the catalog again by clicking on the External Catalogs button and selecting the catalog again. This will take me to the Bunzl catalog, and I'll pick another item to add to my order. Once we have found the additional item we wish to add, we simply use the transfer option to bring that back into our purchase requisition. We can see here that Bunzl has automatically added the minimum order value charge of $15, since this additional order is under the $500. But if we remember from before, our original lines will bring us over that $500, which means we should not be charged this minimum delivery fee. If this happens, you can simply select the line and remove it. Once you've removed any unnecessary lines, use the Add to Requisition option, and we'll add that item to our existing order. Now that I've completed my order, all I need to do is go Workflow, Submit, and enter a comment for my approver, and this will send my order automatically to my approver to approve this order. This concludes the webinar on how to raise a purchase requisition using the integrated Bunzl catalog. If you have any further questions or queries, you can always look at the WorkSmart Dynamics SharePoint site for some further resources and guides, including a hard copy how-to guide for this process. Thank you.